Hey Yoga Seeker, let's begin again together. Finding your place at the back of the mat today. And we'll spend some time just sitting however you want to sit, as long as it feels comfortable and natural. We'll spend some time here just settling into the body, to the breath, greeting the practice with intention. When you're ready, sweep the arms forwards, take the gaze up. And then exhaling, melting down into a child's pose. Melting the forehead to the mat. And play around with the positioning of the limbs here. So your own version of a child's pose. Keep just honing in on that breath. And then when you're ready, you can slide the arms down the mat and rest them beside your body, kind of tucking them in either side of yourself with the tops of the hands on the mat. And if it feels nice, I invite you here to just kind of find a little rock side to side in the hips. It's a very slight movement, just to bring some awareness into the hips. Maybe if it feels good, you can massage the forehead as well. Just kind of wiggling the head around. Now reach the arms up behind you. Interlace the hands. Push the heels of the hands together. Find a really nice deep shoulder stretch here as you reach those arms up and back. Maybe have a little play around here and test yourself, see how high up can you get those arms above you. As always, we're observing without judging, just honoring wherever you're at. Now keeping the grip of the hands, we're going to begin to roll back up to a seated position. As you arrive, tip the head back, open through the throat, and then let the arms go and just have a little wiggle and a shake out here. Nice. Okay. Inhale. Sweep your arms up, lifting onto your knees. And then exhale. Let's find our way into a tabletop position. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, neck in line with the spine. And we'll work through some cat-cow. Inhale. Drop the belly, open up your chest. Exhale, push the ground away, rounding through the spine, chin to the chest. Inhaling, drop and open. Exhale, push and round, let the head hang heavy in your cat pose. Inhale, keep sinking breath and movement. Exhale, push away. Should feel really good for the spine, so just listen to your body here. If you listen carefully in cat-cow, you can hear your body saying thank you. Return to a flat back. Take a little reset, and then on your next breath in, open up the left arm, and then as you exhale, thread the left arm under the bridge of the right. Twist your body and then rest the left arm down, relaxing the hand completely. And we'll hold the pose here. You can either keep the elbow bent or you could extend the right arm and bring the fingertips to the top of the mat. So just whichever feels best for you. Close down the eyes. Practice the art of surrender here. Deep and intentional breaths. And then we're going to exit this pose. So right hand pushes into the ground, lift the shoulder and the ear away. Return to that open twist with your breath in and with your breath out. Tabletop position. When you're ready, we'll take it to the other side. This time, as we inhale, right arm reaches high. As we exhale, we twist and then settle on into the stretch. Those hips are nice and elevated, lengthening through the spine. And you allow the weight of the body to kind of press over that right arm. Again, you have the options for where you want to place that hand. Always making body-based decisions and just taking what feels right for you today in this moment. A little bit longer here. And then getting ready to wind our way out. Push that ground away. Inhale, open twist. Exhale, reset in that all fours position. Now shift the hips back to the heels with the toes tucked. And just find a little organic movement here. So you can't beat a nice sway side to side. But your movement doesn't have to look anything like mine. Lead with how it feels. And then we're going to snake our way forwards. Dropping the hips down, extending the legs behind us, bringing the elbows under the shoulders, opening the chest for Sphinx pose. So we're just going to sink into the Sphinx for a few cycles of inhale and exhale. Shut down the eyes and find the meditation within the moment, within the pose. And an option to stay still, or you can add some simple movement, just shifting the gaze over the back of one shoulder, looking towards the foot, and then over the other way. This is really nice for getting into the neck and the side body. And again, you're just kind of moving in this organic way. No real rules for this one. And then we're going to melt the chest down to the ground. Tuck the elbows into the side body, hands under your shoulders. Preparing to roll through some cobras. We inhale, open up through the front body, and then exhale, rolling back down. Take a few more like that. Inhale, squeeze the glutes at the top to protect and strengthen your lower back. Exhale, letting go. One more inhale. And release. Now from here, tuck your toes, push the ground away. Tabletop. Let's prepare for our down dog. So the toes are tucked. We lift the knees, hover those knees off the mat. And then super slowly straighten the legs, lift the hips up. Push the shoulders back. As you drop those heels down towards the ground, let the head be really heavy. And we have arrived at Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Adding movement. Really create a full body experience here. Sway the hips, shake the head, you do you. Make sure you'll keep on connecting with breath. But if you do lose that connection, don't berate yourself for it. Just without hesitation, come back to the breath. That's the practice. Sink into stillness. And then when you're ready, shift the shoulders forwards. Open the knees wide to the edges of the mat. Big toes together to touch. And sink back now for your extended child's pose. So the hips are nice and open in this variation. Arms stretched out overhead. You can either plant your chin down, or if it feels better, the forehead, or you can turn the head to one side and rest atop of the cheek. And just using this pose to gather your thoughts, your energy. And then we're going to work our way up and out. Swing the legs out from underneath you. Make any little adjustments. And find your Baddha Konasana, your butterfly pose. So So your hands can grip around the ankles, maybe do a little check-in with the feet here. And now option to stay here lifted. I like to add a little bounce of the knees here. Now this is optional. If you're feeling kind of super chill and restorative, you can skip this bit. If you're taking it, then it's just a nice way to kind of add some vibrational energy into the body. Now option to forward fold. Again, remember you can just stay seated here. If you're feeling for the fold, you're hinging from the hips. Option to plant the hands out in front of you. And then exploring the depth of the pose, but the whole while respecting your body's boundaries. And option, again, to add movement. Or you're just sinking into the stillness. Take what you need today. And then eventually we'll release the butterfly pose and just find a comfortable seat of your choice. Don't overthink it. Doesn't need to be symmetrical, it shouldn't feel forced. Just meet yourself where you are. Getting ready to seal off our session. Before we do, just check back in. How do you feel? What's alive? And what will you take with you from today's practice? When you're ready, we're going to breathe in. Reach the arms up, hands meet in the center, and draw the hands down through the midline. I thank you for sharing your time, your mood, and your energy here today, together in yoga.